Wonder Woman 1975. All right, let's talk about the pilot episode for the Linda Carter Wonder Woman television series. I love Wonder Woman. She is she's usually my second or third favorite. My top is Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. That's the Trinity. Those are my three favorite characters, and not just comic book characters, but characters in general. Wonder Woman, I have Superman's probably my largest collection of comics, but my second largest collection of comics is actually Wonder Woman. I have almost the entire run post-crisis, almost. Um, when they went into volume whatever, I don't know what volume they're on now. There's a few that I don't have that I just skipped, like New 52. I pretty much skipped that entire thing. Rebirth, I've got everything from Rebirth except for two annuals that somehow I missed. I don't know how I missed those annuals. This new Tom King one completely stopped because I have zero interest in it. But anyways, that's my one. That's my comic book thing. I loved this show as a kid. I had a Wonder Woman light switch in my room that had her blocking a bullet or something. It was just so cool. One of my favorite shows of all time, obviously because of Linda Carter and her portrayal as Wonder Woman. She's the best, obviously. There's Christopher Reeve, who is just like the God King champion of casting of, he is Superman. But I would say Linda Carter is Wonder Woman, at least for me. She is the living embodiment. I actually really like both Gal Gadot films. Crazy enough, I actually like Wonder Woman 84, which I know everyone hates. But that's fine. You're allowed to hate it. It's up to you. It's whatever you want. But I like it. So let's talk about this first pilot. Now, we're not talking about there's a couple of shows. There was one with what was her name? Pilecki, Adrienne Pilecki. Yeah, there's that. That was not good. I never saw the Crosby. I don't know I don't even know if we saw that on television. I don't know. I would have been too young to have even seen it. I don't think they've ever replayed it, so I don't think I've ever seen that first ever Wonder Woman television. But they did have her back. That character came back in a comic book, Wonder Woman 77. So that was kind of interesting. But to get back to this one, we're going to talk about this episode using my SPACE system. So story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. Now, this came out in 1975, so we're gonna think about it in those terms. I'm gonna give the storyline a 1.5. So basically, Steve Trevor has to stop this bomber. So there's a guy who's going to bomb this place that has military stuff, whatever, and it's World War II, so this is going on during World War II, and Steve Trevor's like, I gotta go stop it. Their planes kind of collide, there's an explosion, Steve Trevor's on a parachute and he's falling, and then the German guy shoots him. Now the German guy, I can't remember the actor's name, but he's in tons of stuff. He was in Escape from the Planet of the Apes, and he's a great actor. So he shoots him, he falls on Paradise Island. Now they never really say Themyscira. They don't say any names. It's just Queen of the Amazons, Paradise Island. They never say these names. I'm not sure why. Maybe they didn't want to confuse the audience, to be like, what are they saying? So it's just like Paradise Island. It's all the Amazon women. So that's just the way that they do it, which is fine. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5. I like the storyline. And again, I want to say this is one of my favorite shows. So I'm trying to be a bit more critical on these reviews and not just say, it's 10 out of 10 because Linda Carter's the best. Yay. That is my official opinion. Officially, it's all 10 out of 10 because she's just the best. But no, let's critically try to figure this out. I wish there was a slightly more serious tone because it is World War II. Like, I understand that they're just coming off of the Batman series with Adam West in the 60s, and it's like, okay, well, superhero stuff, it's a bit more fun, right? Like, it's goofy. I wish the tone was just a little bit more serious because it's World War I. I do like that they're saying, well, man's world, I'm going to go out there and help him. And Diana feels this connection to Steve, and she kind of just finds him attractive, or she doesn't even know, what she thinks. I'll get more on the characters on that. But I liked that part of it. And I like that, there's a guy who's infiltrated the Germans and he's feeding information back. And there's some people, like Steve's secretary is a secret undercover working for Nazi Germany. So it's like, it's kind of neat. There's some neat stuff in there. And then Wonder Woman needs money, so she gets she becomes like an entertainment show, and she's blocking bullets and stuff, and that's her trick. So I like that kind of part. It was pretty good. I just wish, maybe it's not necessarily the story exactly, but some of the tone should have been a little bit more serious. And I understand that they still thought, we're making a fun kind of a silly show, but we're gonna do our best. So 1.5 pacing, I'll give it 1.5 as well. This is an hour and 13 minutes on the Blu-ray, so with commercials, I don't know how long I would have been on TV. It's actually paced pretty well. I would have liked to have seen maybe a little bit more stuff with, well, it's tough. I wasn't really bored, but it just felt like that maybe it could have been just a little bit tighter. I think they would cut back to like the general a bit too much, and it was just some of the goofy parts that would take you out of the pacing of it. Like it kind of was pretty good, and then it got into that kind of part, and you're like, oh, that's a bit weird. But I still overall thought the pacing was great. The artistry, I have to give it a 1. And the artistry doesn't, I'm not talking about Linda Carter's beauty. The way that, like, the music is great. I love the Wonder Woman theme. There's some good parts with her using her powers and the blocking the bullets, even though she's just, she's just pressing a thing that's like sparking. Psh, psh. That's kind of cool. There's some good effects there, and the fights are pretty damn good. But there's some parts that, it doesn't look that good at all. And I'm trying to be objective according to the time period and be like, with the budget, and not just be like, well, this doesn't look as good. But it does take you out a little bit. Some of there's like the blue screen effects or whatever, and it's just like, this looks weird. But still, her costume is awesome. Paradise Island looked pretty good. So overall, it was really good on the artistry. I still really thought everything looked pretty good. It just wasn't like, wow. Like I actually think that like Batman, the TV show, was better because it was so bright, and the biff and pow and the colors and the characters were so outlandish. Like Wonder Woman herself looks awesome, and everyone else is just kind of regular. I understand that's the point of it, but anyway, they could have done a little bit more. For the characters, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2, man, because Linda Carter is the best. She is the living embodiment of Wonder Woman, just like the best ever. I like Steve Trevor. He's pretty fun. He's kind of a fun guy. So yeah, and the villains were pretty good. I like the villains. Are kind of, they're nasty, but they're not super nasty. Like it's not that crazy. They're kind of like goofy nasty, but that's just how the show works. I dinged the story elements for that, but the characters themselves were fun. The agent guy was great, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna help you make money, and then he goes against her. I'm really a German. Oh. So that was kind of fun. And yeah, I like there's a lot of good actors, so that's good. For the enjoyment factor, I'm giving it a 2 out of 2 because I absolutely love this. Look, officially I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, but realistically it's a 10 out of 10. Look, there's certain shows, like even with the Christopher Reeve Superman films, Superman Part 1 is one of my top 3 favorite movies of all time. But that, like, everyone in that movie is actually very good. It's not just, oh, Christopher Reeve is clearly the best, but everyone is very good. This show, and I've seen it a bunch of times, this show is Linda Carter's show. She is the entire thing. Every time she is on screen, in any season, in any episode, it's awesome. Like, it's just, obviously she's like the most beautiful woman there was or whatever, but like, it's just, she is Wonder Woman. Like the way she presents herself, her mannerisms, like everything is perfect. And in this, the second you saw her, you're like, oh yeah, she's Wonder Woman. Like, best casting of a show ever. And that makes it worth it. Even if I critically analyze my own review right now, I could even go to a 9 out of 10. Even critically, to say, you know what, the story was pretty good and the pacing actually was pretty damn good. So I could easily go to a 9 out of 10. Unofficially, it's a 10 out of 10. I love this pilot. I've seen it a million times. I think it's great. She's awesome. But to critically, I'm trying to be critical on these. I don't want to just be a fanboy and chill out and be like, yeah, which is what I really want to do right now. I just want to tell you, no, it's 10 out of 10. You got to watch the show. But no, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 because I still legitimately think it is very good. Even if I'm scrutinizing it. So there you go, guys. If you enjoy my space system, please like the video, consider subscribing to the channel. Check out the playlist. I'm going to be having a Wonder Woman playlist, but I'm going to eventually merge that with my classic shows playlist. So make sure you check that out because that's got Star Trek and I'm doing Blake 7. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Wonder Woman. That's it. Until next time.